Sep Niakan here with Blackbook Properties and condoblackbook.com. I'm very lucky and happy to be here at the Residences at Mandarin Oriental Miami in the glorious and glamorous Brickell Key. And I'm very lucky to be here with Adrian Gonzalez, sales rep here at the Residences at Mandarin Oriental. Adrian, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for coming.
Adrian and I did a long interview together just a little while back about the Residences at Mandarin Oriental. You have to check it out. Today we're going to do some highlights about the best parts of the project, and then we're going to take a quick look around the sales center so you can get an idea of what a unit would look like on the interior and general highlights about the project. So let's get to it. This project is very special, very unique. What do people really need to know about it that makes it stand out with where Miami's going today?
Definitely one of the most unique projects I've been a part of. I think one of the most special things we have is the fact that we're on Brickell Key, like what we mentioned, right? This is essentially almost like a semi-private island just a block away from the area of Brickell, right? So we're sitting on what is considered to be the last piece of property left on the island with about 5 acres on the tip of the island. So what that actually gives us is water on 3 sides. I don't think there's any other project that basically offers that today, right? It's very, very exclusive, very, very unique. And then when we talk about services, you have a legendary developer with a legendary brand like the Mandarin Oriental, known for their amazing 5-star services all around the world, literally bringing the only Mandarin Oriental here in Miami. We're building a new hotel tower along with a residential tower interconnected with this amazing podium space and amazing amenities. Obviously, we talked about it in the last video, but basically there's a lot of different things to list as to what makes it very exclusive and very special. But right at the top of that list is definitely the location with the water views on 3 sides.
Absolutely, I don't think there's anything like it. Some of the things that really stand out to me, of course, the location itself, being in Brickell Key, being able to have your office in Brickell or even Brickell Key, there's some office spaces here as well, and being able to take the shuttle over there, get your workday done and be back here in no time. I think that's wonderful. And then Brickell Key itself has a lot of amenities that allow you to really stay on the key if you really want to for a big chunk of what your daily needs are. But beyond that, there's some things that really stick out to me about the project. It's a combination of 2 things. One is that you have the Residences, which is a beautiful private tower, no hotel component, strictly for residents, strictly for private use of the residents.
Yes.
Then on the other side, the Mandarin Oriental Hotel that they're building, what it does is it allows residents from the residential side to experience extraordinary privacy and yet still have access to the full resort lifestyle at the same time. And that, I think, makes it a very unique project. I'm finding a hard time picking another project that has something similar because there are other projects that are hotel type concepts but residents only.
Yeah.
But they don't have a adjacent hotel component because they don't have the land to be able to structure it that way.
And the other one is you typically find the hotel mixed into the same residential tower if you do have the hotel component, and you kind of lose a little bit of the privacy and the exclusivity when you have that transient
It's no
crowd.
longer a residence.
It's not. So it's different. So like you mentioned, it is very rare to have enough space to be able to do something like that and still provide enough amenities for both towers to use. So the way I like to phrase it is that if you're in the residential tower, you essentially get the best of both worlds, right? You get the 5-star services, also while maintaining your privacy and your exclusivity, essentially.
You also, because it's a residence tower, it's really designed for residences. The floor plans are 2 to 5 bedrooms.
Yes.
And the 2 bedrooms are larger than a lot of 3 to 4 bedrooms in the area. So it's truly a home in the sky, truly residence. And then a couple other things that I really love about the project is that the amenities aren't located really in the building, in the tower part of the building. That because you have so much acreage, the amenities are really on the deck area, right?
Yeah, so basically the amenities are on floors 4 and 5, only on those 2 floors because we have so much space. You actually have over 80,000 square feet of amenities on 2 floors, right? Which is very rare. So we didn't have a need to put more amenities within the tower. And the way we spaced them out, or at least the way the architect spaced them out, I think is perfect because to give you an example, there's a total of about 6 pools on the property, right? So there's 3 for the residential tower, 3 for the hotel tower, but they actually even strategically located every pool on the residential tower on each side of the property. So that way they all face the water and you always have sun on at least one of your pools throughout the day. So it's all very strategically designed to really utilize the space as much as possible and really create almost like your own sanctuary within the Brickell Key sanctuary.
Another thing that really stands out to me is the team. First of all, you have Swire, which has a long history since the 70s here in Miami, but a very slow and careful history where they're not building rampantly, but taking long breaks in between their projects to really make sure that what they do is sort of point towards the future of Miami. They had Brickell City Center, they had almost the entire Brickell Key was built by them, right? They owned the whole island. Now this is the pinnacle, right? Yeah. It's the Residences of Mandarin Oriental on the tip of Brickell Key, the best location on Brickell Key. And then we have Mandarin Oriental itself, right? It's a well-regarded brand internationally. And finally, we have the team that's actually developing the project.
I think Swire, what they really wanted to do was bring special outside talent specifically here for this project, right? Our architect is Con Peterson Fox, which is an amazing architect. They've actually worked in 40 different countries, won over 300 different awards, a lot of stuff in Dubai, New York, South Korea, all around the world, right? They did a beautiful design for us. Our interior designers that they selected are Tristan Auer and Laura Gonzalez. They're both Parisian, so they're French, right? Laura is actually designing the hotel tower. Tristan is designing the residential tower. They both have their own different styles, but they both bring their own flavor within their own style, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I got to meet Tristan the other day. He was a very nice guy.
Super nice guy, super personable, right? He loves to talk about his design and his influence as to why he designed things the way that he did. Very practical design, which is great. And then our landscape designer, I'm extremely excited for. They're actually called Shama Design. They actually come from Thailand. So first time that we're gonna see them over here in the States. Most of the projects that they've done is over there in Asia. So we're bringing a completely different flair, I guess you can say, to what we typically see here in Miami. And I think it speaks volumes to what Swire's trying to do here. They know that this is their crown jewel. This is basically the icing on the cake for what is Brickell Key, right? Their last remaining project. So they definitely wanted to go pull out all the stops regards to the design, the finishes, just everything essentially. People like purchasing something that's very unique that they know is going to stand the test of time in regards to value, because just being able to replicate this project again, you might not see it again for decades, I guess you can say. And people tend to gravitate towards that, and the fact that you have larger living areas, large terraces. I mean, 8 feet being the minimum, up to 12, but I actually have some units that go as deep as 18 feet, right? So they get even bigger on specific units, but the average is between 8 to 12. Your terraces are large, your living rooms are large, your kitchens are very large, closets, very generously designed spaces, I would say. And we haven't even started going through all the finishes and everything, but when we do start going through it, you'll kind of understand all the different features that you have here are kind of what makes it unique. It's hard to pinpoint one specific thing, but there's a lot of different things kind of blended together that really has to gravitate people to buy.
Well, Adrian, I'd love to take a look at the gallery with you and get a feel of the closets and the finishes and what the Mandarin has to offer.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right, so we're here at the front entrance of the sales center.
So essentially this area was designed by Laura Gonzalez, our interior designer that's doing the hotel component. This gives you a good feel for kind of her interior design style with a lot of different colors, different patterns that kind of blend very well together while also still being very elegant at the same time. So the idea is that you first come in, you see these beautiful bars, give you this first beautiful ambiance, and then we'll go walking through till we get to the beautiful scale model right over here.
Let's go check it out.
So here we have the beautiful model, our beautiful Residences tower located on the tip of the island with the beautiful hotel component, separate but interconnected with all the amazing amenities and whatnot. 6 pools in total, right? 3 pools for this tower, which there's 2 on this side with a 3rd one on this side, and then 2 pools for the hotel as well as an indoor lap pool. So 6 pools in total, 3 over there and then 3 for this tower. And the building is actually positioned in the same direction that the tower is going to be. So into how we're standing on the island. So the building is actually pointing south-southeast. That way you pretty much ensure that you have amazing water views from every single residence, and actually pretty much from every bedroom within every residence you have great water views, which is very unique. Over 80,000 square feet of amenities. For the hotel side, you have 2 pools over here plus an indoor lap pool. For the residences side, you have 1 pool on this side, and then you do have 2 more pools off on this side. This is the ocean pool, this is the sunrise pool. So they're strategically located so that way you always have sun on at least one of your pools throughout the day, because your sun will rise on this side and it'll eventually set over on the other side of the building.
Well, let's go check out the finishes in the sales center, in the model. Yeah, let's go.
So here we have our beautiful kitchen. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is actually a vignette kitchen. Basically meaning it's a little bit smaller version of the actual kitchens, how they come finished. Reason being, we're a little bit limited on space here just because we wanted to build the bathroom, closets, and bedroom. So we did a vignette style kitchen to give you really materiality. As Tristan, remember when you met him last week, his idea was that the kitchen is kind of like the centerpiece of the home, right? So essentially, he wanted to make very large kitchens, right? Really comfortable kitchens for entertainment. So just to kind of give you an idea of the spacing of it, this kitchen, for example, is roughly about 8 feet long, but the kitchen's actual islands are about 9 feet, and then you also have a breakfast table attached to it. So you actually have another 5 feet. So the kitchens are actually much longer than this, and you have this beautiful marble, Calicut marble on the countertops with the light cabinetry on the backside. Gaggenau, of course, is all of the appliances that we have here. You do get actually a couple options to pick from when it comes to the kitchens. So this is actually one of our interior design options, and then we have another option which is considered the cool option. So a little bit lighter on the stone, a little bit darker on the cabinetry, but absolutely beautiful design. And the kitchens are actually going to be fabricated or done by Molteni, the Italian brand, which is basically top of the line, one of the best kitchen brands that you can find around the world.
Yeah, our videographer's wife actually works at Molteni.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's also, there you go.
It's an amazing company. They do a really good job.
Yeah, amazing companies. So the way you open this one, this is basically the microwave, right? Microwave and steamer, and then your conventional oven basically pops open like this, and then you also have these built-in coffee machines in all of the units, as well as your wine cooler down below. Mm-hmm. So just try to envision that this kitchen is a nice, generously sized kitchen, but they actually come even larger than what this is. Sure. Right? And then just so you I know it's kind of hard to grasp on the video, the ceiling heights here, but this ceiling height, for example, is about 10 feet 4 inches. But our units come with approximately 11-foot high ceilings, yeah. Right? So I think that they'll be even higher than what this is right here.
And a typical luxury condo, in Miami is around 9 feet. A typical luxury condo is 10 feet. And here, the typical condo is 11 feet, and some actually on the higher floors are even.
Yeah, for the penthouses, you have the double height ceilings essentially, but basically everything from my smallest unit, which is not small, the 2-bedroom, that's 2,300 square feet, up to my big 5 bedrooms have about 11-foot high ceilings, aside from the duplexes, which are the penthouses. So, yeah. Absolutely amazing. And this living area is actually the size of a living area for a few units that we have, but just to kind of give you an idea of the grand spaces that we're kind of offering here, really trying to differentiate. It's almost like homes in the sky, like what we were talking about.
Absolutely.
Earlier.
It feels like it. This feels like a home. It really does.
Yeah. So this is basically the kitchen. Let's kind of walk over towards the rest of the model. Now, another thing that's unique about this project is our master bedroom, or our primary bedroom closets come finished already by the interior designer, Tristan Auer, right? So basically this is a sample finished closets that we have. Beautiful finishes, as you can see, with the lighting throughout. Most of them come with this beautiful pedestal that's wrapped with the leather. This is very unique because typically developers will not deliver a product with the master closet finished already. So what we're trying to do is try to turn in a product that's as turnkey as possible, but still leaving some spaces for people to design to their own taste, essentially.
Absolutely. No, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's, you can put a bed in here if this wasn't.
I know. It's basically like a whole nother room. And then walk over this way, we'll get to our master bedroom. What we're showing here is these beautiful midnight bars that you have in all of the master bedrooms that have this nice little refrigerator here. This is a Sub-Zero fridge with an ice maker. This is great to put your water, whatever you like to drink. You don't have to make that trip to the kitchen at night, say when you get thirsty. And then just walk in here, you see the grand space that you have for a typical master bedroom. Very, very spacious, like what we discussed. Everything here is a little bit larger than what you typically find, including the terraces and whatnot. So,
no, it's a very generous space, really generous space.
And all of this, of course, is designed by Tristan Auer, the interior designer. And if you want to come over this way, take a look at our beautiful bathroom. Now, one thing I do want to note is this right here are these beautiful we call this a portal, right? So this is a beautiful travertine stone that you actually find when you walk into your master bathroom and also when you walk into your living area. They're portals because they're kind of designed to kind of transfer you from one space to the other space. But a lot of little details that you'll notice in the finishes, such as
this. This is really lately on trend with the very organic type trend, but also very classic. It's something that never goes out of style.
100%. And it's funny you say that because that's actually what our interior designer said, because we actually asked him, said, which one of these marbles is your favorite stone? What is your favorite piece? And his was this one, because he's like, this is a classic piece. This will never go out of style. He loves the colors and whatnot. So it's funny you mentioned that. When we talk about the sinks, obviously for our master bathrooms, this is a beautiful Cipollino marble, basically the statement piece for your master bathroom, right, which also runs up the wall. You have your sinks made out of Taj Mahal quartzite. All of your fixtures are Dornbracht. You actually get a couple options to pick from in regards to the color of the fixtures. And then your cabinetry also, you get a couple options. This is a darker tone wood. There's a lighter tone wood available as well. Yeah.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And then all this is standard.
All this is standard.
All the built-in.
The built-in medicine cabinetry. This is all standard. The lighting is standard. Cabinetry standard. Even your towel holders and things like that are going to come standard inside of the rest.
It just makes it. It just adds to the whole luxury of purchasing a property like this, where you don't have to come in now with your interior designer and spend a year or 6 months putting all the finishing touches. You get to do some little details and you're good to go.
Let me kind of show you this so you have an idea of our beautiful wet rooms as well, because I think it's worth taking a look at. Basically, all of our master bathrooms have these beautiful wet rooms where you have these rain showers coming from the ceilings and your soaking tub sitting here. So the idea is that when you get out of your soaking tub, you dry yourself here, right? You can wet this entire room and the water slopes down to our linear drain down over here. Most of our soaking tubs here are actually facing towards the bay. So envision this with beautiful bay views, right? And another nice little touch you notice is this beautiful marble as the backsplash on this bench, right? So these are nice little touches that you find throughout when we talk about the finishes, and it kind of just goes to speak to what the developer's trying to do, right? Trying to turn in basically one of the most iconic projects here.
So you have your own private spa right in your unit.
Pretty much your own private spa in your unit, yeah.
And speaking of private spa in your unit, can you tell us a little about the sauna right here?
Yeah, so the sauna that you see here is we actually have units that have a sauna included in the design. So some of my larger 5-bedroom units, they actually have double water closets and they have a sauna located inside of them. So that's kind of why we wanted to kind of showcase what the sauna would look like. Although this sauna is a little bit smaller than the ones that actually come in the units, but just to kind of give them a look and feel for the space. Listen,
when I saw this sauna when I came the other day, I got excited, really excited.
I know. It's something really unique, especially here in Brickell. You don't typically see a sauna inside of a master bathroom. So I think it's almost like you said, bringing the spa to your residence for sure.
Adrian, thanks so much for spending time with us today. It was great to see the project, really was.
So what were your thoughts? What did you think about the model, the sales gallery?
First of all, I've always had a love for nature in general. So in my own residence, it would be my wish always to have stone and wood and an organic feel overall. And this really hits the spot. It really makes it feel like home. And then of course, all the little touches, the little details is what separates the true luxury and the true comfort from a typical property. And you have that with this. We're here in this kitchen. I'm touching this cool, beautiful marble. The leather wrap in the closet. The little details and touches of the stone in the master. The generous closets. really all these things, the living area that feels expansive and comfortable and homey. All these things really make the project stand out. But beyond that, you know, when someone wants to buy something that's pre-construction, that hasn't been built yet, there's nothing more paramount than trust. And what magnetizes me to this project is the fact that Swire is involved. And it's a company that's built trust over many, many years. That the residences, that Mandarin Oriental is involved, a company that's well known and well regarded internationally for decades and decades. And then you have the interior designers, the architects, all also well regarded. And it creates an environment where it's an easy choice for me to advocate for this project and suggest to my clients that this is a project they want to look at, because I can trust that what you guys will end up delivering is something that my clients can be really happy about and really feel confident in making that decision, but ultimately be happy sitting in the living room, spending time with their families in the kitchen and so on, and saying, you know, this is what I want for my life.
100%. And it's funny you say that, because we do have a lot of buyers that are loyal Swire buyers that have continued to purchase with Swire over and over throughout the years, and a lot of them kind of waiting for this project to launch because they knew it was coming for some time, and buying here. And you know, there's not a lot, there's great developers in Florida, but there's not as many that you can kind of close your eyes and know that you're going to deliver a quality product regardless of whatever you look at, right? So, and Swire, I believe, is one of those developers. But glad to hear that you love it, and looking forward to helping you and your clients.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adrian. And if you guys have any questions about residences in Mandarin Oriental or any other property in Miami, feel free to reach out to us, give us a call. You can also check us out at condoblackbook.com, where you have real-time availability of all condos as well as great content. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us here on YouTube and anywhere else that you see us. In the meantime, we look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day.